Hi, good morning. If you are here live on the recording live, and if you're on the recording, welcome whatever time you are coming in on. I welcome you here today. We're talking about social media. It changes so rapidly and so quickly. So I have tried to collate the most up-to-date data for you and bring together quite an extensive webinar for you today. I don't want you to get too overwhelmed with it though. This is a very broad overall look at social media. So I encourage you to come to this webinar with a thought, I'm not going to do all of this. I'm just going to do what is good for my business and what is good for me. And so I really encourage you to get a pen and paper, or however you write notes. I'm a pen and paper girl still. And I just try to think what is going to be best for me and what is going to be best for my business. So I've got a lot to cover today. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Excellent. Let's move that down and present. So presenting in Canva today. How to make your social media reach more people. So we are here with Business Station with the Digital Solutions Program. I'm one of the Digital Solutions advisors. And like I was saying, it can be really quite overwhelming for small business owners to know where to start and how to use social media effectively. I'm all about being efficient with it. I don't want you to waste time. I don't want you to create busy work for you that isn't actually going to bring you in an income, clients, leads, emails, whatever you need to do to run your business. So I want you to try and be very efficient with it. Like I said, this is from Business Station. I'm one of the digital business advisors. There's many of us though. So I encourage you to jump into this program. It's such a good program. You get 7 hours, you get 3 hours of one-on-one, 4 hours, plus a few more of digital marketing webinars for only $44. So this program is available to you if you are if you're in WA, Northern Territory or Queensland. And I really do hope that you take advantage of this program because it's from a government grant and it's not going to last forever. So there's just a little bit heads up there. If you haven't met me before, hi, my name is Victoria. I practice what I preach. I have been experimenting on all of this before I actually come to you. I have owned bricks and mortar stores. I've owned multiple e-commerce stores, and I currently own, I sell my products on Amazon in America, but I own a skincare company in Australia. So we are trying to get that into Japan and Singapore, hopefully next year. I'm also an author of books on managing your stress, and I'm also the part-time CEO of the Bachelor Chamber of Commerce. So I've got a few qualifications underneath my belt, but most of all, I am mum to 2 teenagers. So how to make your social media reach more people? The main thing is knowing who your people actually are. We don't sell to absolutely everybody. We sell to a particular group of people that like to buy our products and hopefully, or come to our services and hopefully repeat buy and repeat attend. So we need to find those people. We need to say, who are these people? Who am I actually speaking to? And then we need to find out what they want to know. And that's quite hard to do. And then once you've figured that out, it's very, very easy for you to market. So this is to streamline your marketing and to get to as many people as you can. So then you need to show them what they want to know, and then you need to be where they are. There's absolutely no point in you spending all of your time on LinkedIn if that's not where your clients are. And if they are video consumers, there's no point in you creating beautiful still graphics on Instagram if they aren't being seen to your audience. So trying to show up where they are and what they actually want to look at as well. And then how to spread the word. So what are your goals? What do you actually want? What do you want from your social media? I want you to really think about that. You might not have even thought about it. You might have just said to yourself, I just know I need to be on social media. Why though? Why? And this will change regularly. This will change, very, very often. Is it to bring brand awareness to your business? Are you new? Do you need to show people who you are? Do you need to tell your story? Do you need to showcase your products? Do you need to tell people about your services? It's brand awareness with social media. Is that what you're trying to get out of your social media? And then leading them into perhaps a sale. Do you want phone calls? That's something that I absolutely don't want. And so I don't encourage people to call me because I'm here teaching. I have my private clients. We're doing one-on-ones. I don't want to be interrupted with phone calls all of the time. But you might want phone calls. You may need people to book in that way. So is that your goal of getting onto social media, is to sharing that phone number so that people can actually call you? Do you have a bricks and mortar store and do you want people to walk in? Do you have a coffee shop that you want people to walk into? Do you have a dress shop that you want people to walk into? Are you a paint supplier? Do you actually physically need those people coming in and walking in the door, which is very, very different from an online store? So this is setting your goals so that you know exactly what you're going to ask your customers to do in your social media. Do you want appointments? Do you have a lead magnet? So for those of you that don't know what a lead magnet is, it's something that your clients really want, and they will hand over their email address to you so you can give it to them. The reason we do those lead magnets is so that then we have the email address and then we can have a conversation with them at another date. So is that your preference? Is that your goal on social media, to get people to download your lead magnet? Is it community and audience building? So with the Chamber of Commerce at the moment, it's very much community and audience building. So we're focusing on, supporting the members and showing them the people that are doing Christmas. Whereas on the skincare company that I own, it's brand awareness still, because we're quite new. We're still bringing up who we are, what our story is, why we believe in vegan, cruelty-free, natural Australian ingredients. So these goals can change depending on what you're trying to give to your customers. Okay, so just be very clear about what your goals are. And there might actually be a few more in there that I haven't said. And then, who are you talking to? So you might think you're speaking to absolutely everybody. You want to get to as many people as you possibly can, but we call that spraying and praying. You're spraying your message wherever you possibly can, and then you're praying that somebody will actually get to you. Imagine if you could streamline that and just get to those people that are going to become a raving, lovely, amazing customers for you. You wouldn't waste all of your time and your money and everything that you're doing getting to people that will never, ever come to your service or buy your product. So we don't sell to everyone. It's really, really important to know who they are. What do they lie awake at night and struggle with? And how can your product and service help them sleep better? What are they worried about? How can your product and service allow them to say, oh, it's okay, I know that this can happen, I can rest easy? How is your product and service going to inspire them? How's it going to make their life a little bit easier? And where do they spend their social media time? Like I said, if they're not on LinkedIn, don't bother. Don't be there. But if they are definitely on Instagram, that's where you need to learn everything about Instagram and keep up with the changes. And what do they actually want to know? And I've got a few tricks for you up my sleeve that can help you with this. But I really want you to think about all of those questions. Now, with my skincare company, I'll teach you another little trick that I've done. I know that the age of most of the people that are buying my skincare. I know they're concerned about the environment because it's natural, cruelty-free. I know that they like buying Australian. It's an Australian-made product. I know that they like buying from a small business and they like supporting small business. I'm not going to go through the whole entire avatar, we call it, because I know a lot about my person. But what I did was I Googled the most popular name in that age demographic, and it's predominantly females, and it came up with Jenny. So now I can say to myself, Jenny's my person. Every time I put something out on social media, is this going to be useful for Jenny? Is it going to help her sleep easier? Is it going to inspire Jenny? Is it going to make Jenny's life a bit easier? Where does Jenny spend her time on social media? That's where I need to be. And what does Jenny want to know about the product and the service? So when I have just that one name, it's so easy for me because now I have this whole entire breadth of knowledge of that one target market. You may have 2 or 3, but that's predominantly the person that is going to be buying from you, using your service, buying your products, coming in to see you, but then they're going to come back and then they're going to come back. So thinking about that one person, and I encourage you to give them a name like I have, because it just makes everything so much more clear in your mind. So let's have a little think about where are they. Now, this is very, very, very broad. This, just have a think about this. There's going to be people on the outsides of this. This is very, very broad. So thinking about Facebook, you're thinking about over 40s. If you're over 40, you're usually using Facebook. If you're under 40, not many people are using it that much anymore, unless they're in a group. They're in a marketplace group, a buy and sell group, a soccer group, I run a retreats group that has just gone absolutely nuts recently. So groups, Facebook groups are where people are, and it's predominantly over 40s. So does your product or your service cater for the over 40-year-old group? Think about that. And then find the groups, not the Facebook pages, find the groups that they are in and start having conversations inside those groups. Start to bring awareness to your level of expertise and how much you can help. And then when you start doing this, you start coming up in their feeds all of the time, your name gets recognized by them. And when they have their issue, when they need your product or your service, you're foremost in their mind. So it's building that relationship, it's building that connection on Facebook within these groups. It does take time. It's not a slow process, but once you've established yourself there, it's actually really, really beneficial. I've done it a few times and it has grown multiple businesses for me. Now think about Instagram. So Instagram predominantly over 30s. Now, it's really good if you've got Instagram and you've got a product business to set up Facebook commerce. That can be done through your website or it can be done through Facebook commerce. But you do need to have a website in Australia. You cannot have a website in other countries, but still in Australia, you do need to have a website. Then you can get that little shopping bag symbol on your posts and people can shop directly from there. So if you've got a product-based business, you might want to think about setting Instagram up. TikTok is over 30s, brand awareness and shopping. There's a lot of research on TikTok recently wanting to change into an e-commerce platform, so predominantly a shopping platform. And if you're on TikTok, it has to be video. You have to be able to be comfortable creating video. I've done TikTok webinars. You can have a look on them in the YouTube channel, look at Business Station, have a look at those. They're popular. I can teach you that, no problem at all. I've got a TikTok channel and I post just about every day. So that has actually been my biggest sales platform. So if you're wanting to get onto there, we can have a conversation about that as well. So TikTok over 30s. Pinterest are planners, very, very slow burn on Pinterest. But if you've got something in the wedding industry, if you've got something in the teachers industry, if you've got something in the craft industry, things that people want to make, they want to create, they're planning for them. If you're in an industry where there's birthday parties, anything that, like I said, you need to plan for, that's where your Pinterest people are. So think about your business and say to yourself, does my business fit into that? If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Just focus on where your people are. If you have a business that you can educate people, YouTube is a great place to be. Now, YouTube used to have to be quite long videos. People expect long videos there, but YouTube as well as Instagram and Facebook are competing with TikTok now. TikTok's gone absolutely gangbusters. So YouTube is competing with them by having shorts. So they call them YouTube shorts, and they're very, very short videos. Okay, so basically like little TikTok videos. This is the same as Instagram. If you are on Instagram and you're not doing Instagram Reels, you need to get in touch with me and get onto that. There's numerous reasons why you need to get there, but it does actually grow your audience outside of the audience that you actually have already. So you really need to get onto Instagram Reels if you haven't yet. So LinkedIn professional workers. Think about your person exactly. Like, is my Jenny on LinkedIn? She might be. So I post every now and then on LinkedIn, not all the time, because I post about the CEO position more than the skincare there. So think about exactly what you're doing it for. LinkedIn, you're looking at leads. So do you need people to download something that then they can get access to book into you? Okay, like I said, very, very broad analysis, but hopefully you're getting an idea of where to focus your direction and where to focus your marketing. Okay, now think about what you're comfortable doing. I don't want you to do video if you want to vomit every single time you're doing it. I actually, oh my goodness, how many years ago, I actually did a course saying how to get on how to get on video without vomiting, because I started doing videos, oh my goodness, when I was teaching yoga and people couldn't get to my classes because they were in the country. So I started sending videos out to them. Wow, that would have been about 15 years ago. So I'm very comfortable on video now, but it does take some practice to get comfortable on video. So think about what you're very comfortable doing. And Facebook, are you very comfortable going into groups and spending that time chatting, getting to know people, commenting, quite a lot of time in those groups and coming back to it every single day and being consistent with that? Are you comfortable doing that? Are you one of those people that just loves getting involved and loves writing and loves the stories and wants to come back and figure out what's going on? Are you one of those people? Fantastic. Facebook is going to be so good for you. With Instagram, are you comfortable doing videos? TikTok, very comfortable doing videos, and videos that are not highly curated. And saying that, I mean that they're not professionally made. Are you comfortable getting in front of the camera with not a lot of makeup on and just showing behind the scenes of your business? That's where your videos are going to be good. You may be very, very good at writing blogs. So if you're writing blogs, I suggest that you do it properly and think about your search engine optimization, making sure those keywords are optimized in there, and then popping those onto your Pinterest so that you can start getting people moving over onto your website. And also, are your blogs actually selling something? Are they getting, or a lead magnet? Are you getting email addresses from them? So make sure your blogs are actually doing something. Again, YouTube with videos, but you might actually really, really enjoy making long form educational videos. That's fantastic for your customers to do that. So do you have something that you can, give them really, really good content and they can stay there watching you? And then in your description, make sure that you've got links to come and book to you. LinkedIn, commenting and posting every day. I read a statistic the other day that there's hardly any people that actually post on LinkedIn. There's a lot of people that watch, but there's not a lot of people that actually post. So if you're going in there and commenting and posting on every day, you're actually going to get seen by quite a few people because you are in that small minority of people that are actually posting in there. Okay, now you really need to think about setting up your business accounts properly. So if you're running a business, terms and services, everything, you actually have to run it out of business accounts. It's against the terms and services to run your business from private accounts. I do see people doing it, but I hear just about every day, someone blocked me, Facebook has blocked me out of my account, that someone has shut down my account and I can't get back in. So I'd wonder to myself, are they following all of the rules? Are they following all the steps that they need to? And have they set things up properly? So set it up as a business account, not a personal account. You can share to your personal account every now and then, but it shouldn't be your main form of business on a personal account. Now on Facebook, you can set up Facebook Commerce. So that's setting up your shop in there. Like I said, you still need to have a website. Make sure your call to action button on the top actually goes to where you want it. I've seen lots of Facebook recently when I've been speaking to clients and it's defaulted to a WhatsApp link. And the client has said, I didn't even have WhatsApp. I don't even know what WhatsApp is because Facebook Meta owns Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Oculus. So they'll sometimes change things because it's their business. So make sure that call to action button actually goes to where you want people to go to. Does it go to your website? Does it go to your booking system? Does it go to your menu for your restaurant? Does it go to your phone number? Where do you want people to go? Make sure that call to action button is set up properly. The cover image. Is there a messaging system? Is there an automated messaging system on your Facebook that says, we will get back to you later? Or here's our website. Would you like to have a look? Think about the description. Pop in your website in the description. Now, when I also talk about websites, some people say to me, but I've only got an Etsy. That's where you send people, or an Amazon or an eBay. Wherever you are selling your products, wherever you're booking people in, that's your website. That's where you're wanting to send people. When you're thinking about Instagram, have your business account, have your shop set up from Facebook Commerce Manager and have everything linked. Have a beautiful bio that tells everybody in a very short amount of characters, 150 characters, what you do. It's not actually about who you are as a person. It's about what you do and how you can help that customer. The customer's always coming to it saying, what is in this for me? So you need to make that very, very clear in your bio. Instagram is a very graphic place. So adding in emojis into that bio does make it look quite interesting. Have your links set up properly. So if you've got multiple places that people can go to, you might like to set up a link tree But if you've got your own website, I encourage you to send people directly to your website so that you can start to track and analyze those people. So sending people to your website is a very good idea. So make sure that that link works really well in your Instagram. You might want to check it on somebody else's phone or check it on somebody else's computer, tablet, whatever, actually probably all three, and then see if everything links properly. Hashtags. People ask me all the time, should I bother using hashtags? Absolutely. Very important now. A couple of months ago, Google came out freaking out because TikTok and Instagram are being taken over as the search engine. So we all used to go to Google and search things. People are now going to TikTok and Instagram and searching for things. Now, the way that we teach Instagram who we are when people search is through our hashtags and through our videos and through our words and through our keywords and through our links and the words in our bio, but especially hashtags. So you're teaching people where you are, who you are, and what you sell or what your business is. Those hashtags are very important if you are doing Instagram Reels, because Instagram Reels not only get shown to your customer base or your following, but it also gets shown to a completely new following. So we're teaching Instagram who to show our business to through those hashtags. Very important. Okay, setting up your business TikTok, having a good bio. You even get less in TikTok with your bio characters. Think about trending sounds. There are different apps that you can download to get the trending sounds. But if you have a business account, you can't use certain sounds. You need to use commercial sounds, and they'll show you. They won't let you post it if you're not using those sounds with permission. And then research. Now, I could go into hours and hours on TikTok for you, but the TikTok algorithm is very, very, very powerful. A TikTok algorithm knows very quickly what you're looking for and what you're searching and what you like to watch. And so what you're doing as a marketer is you're getting onto TikTok and you're actually pretending that you are your customer. You're pretending you're Jenny if you're in my business. And what's Jenny watching? What's Jenny looking at? What's she commenting on? What's she liking? That then teaches the TikTok algorithm who to show your content to. There's millions of people watching these things. We need to teach Instagram where to show our content. I got stuck in America because we were only going to be selling in America when we first started our business. We had to pivot due to shipping costs, and then we started selling in Australia. It took me months, and I still don't think I've done it, and it's taken me a long, long time to actually get my audience into Australia from America, because that's what I trained the TikTok algorithm to do when I first got on. So it does put you in a box pretty quickly. And it honestly is taking me a long time to put my business into an Australian box, because this is where we're selling now. Okay. So a Pinterest business account as well. Use your keywords, hashtags, same thing. Search engine optimization, enhancing your boards and your pins with those keywords. Again, Pinterest is search engine. People go into Pinterest, they type in what they want up the top, they're searching for what they want up the top. You need to teach Pinterest that your stuff is relevant to that person, and it's by using keywords. YouTube, set it up beautifully, have your cover image, have your links there, search engine optimization, enhanced description with links, so your keywords in there. What are people searching for? They're your keywords, and that allows you to increase your optimization, which is your search engine optimization, SEO. I'm sorry if all of these are a little bit confusing for you, but yeah, just have a chat with me at some stage and we'll explain it. LinkedIn, make sure your cover image is great, your bio, your description, and your past employment. There's actually quite a lot of information to put into LinkedIn, and you never know who is looking. You never know who's going around and looking at your information. So make sure everything is in there and it's up to date. So how do you find content? You know your person, you know your goals, you know which platform you want to be on, but what do they actually want to know? Is a really, really good way, very, very simple way, is to go straight to the platform and search in your keyword. So I would go straight to Google and I would put in skincare, Australian-made skincare. And then I would see a big list underneath of everything else that people are searching for. What are they searching for in there? So I encourage you to think about, put yourself into Jenny's shoes, put yourself into your customer's shoes. What are they actually searching for? Just have a think about that keyword. And keywords can be, a few words put together. What are they actually searching for? And then if you think your people are on Pinterest, go there and search for it. It will come up with a list of interesting keywords for you. Go into Instagram and have a look at the hashtag with that keyword. Then you'll see the type of content, a lot of it, that people are creating around those keywords. And it will just give you so many ideas of what to create. And because you know that those people are already looking at it, it's a no-brainer. That's the type of content that you need to start creating. And so that's the same on all the different platforms. Go into Facebook groups, Instagram hashtags, go into Google, go into Pinterest, and just type in those keywords in the platform. See what else comes up. Say to yourself, I'm creating something like that. Do not do exactly the same. You don't need to. You're your own business. You don't need to copy exactly what somebody else is doing. Make it your own. You will get in trouble if you copy somebody else. I've seen it too many times recently, and those people have been called out very, very publicly and shamed, and it really has ruined their business. So please don't be one of those people. I'm going to show you Answer the Public in a moment. We can do Google searches. You can get Google to send you information on trends, and actually Pinterest trends. They've just released their latest Pinterest trends for 2023. And I have noticed that a lot of other quite reputable places are using those trends in their own blogs to say what is going to be useful. So Pinterest trends are actually a really good place to go to see if your niche fits into that. Okay, then you can find other platforms. If you've decided to go on Instagram, but you do not want to create on TikTok, how about you have a look at TikTok and see what they're creating and see if there's something that you can replicate and you can do and make it your own. There's another place to look at is Facebook group chats. So people asking questions. What do they want to know? Is there something that you can answer? Take it off that group and actually answer it in your own group or in your own social media. So these are the things that people are asking for already. You don't need to come up with that. If there's a Facebook group that you're in that is in your niche, think about what they are asking and then just answer that. It's so simple. Another product one that I didn't actually put here is going on to Amazon.com. So biggest e-commerce platform in the world. This is if you have a product. Searching the highest competitor that you have, the person selling the most, scroll right down and you'll see questions that people ask in there about that product. You can start answering those questions. So if the product says something like, if it's a Vitamix or something and it says, can I juice my oranges in there? If you've got that same product, you can say, create a video and you can say, someone asked me the other day if Vitamix, creates beautiful orange juice. And you can answer that because you know it's a question that these people want to find out already. Okay, so that's a really good tip for your product-based industry. You can have a look at polls and market research, or you can do your own. Have a look at industry-related blogs and articles, see if they're very popular, and then you can actually create something that you know is going to be interesting as well. Google did put out the most popular blogs recently and what people wanted to read about. So you can go into those trends and you can say, yeah, I can create that, no problem at all. And then starting to create that around your brand. Print magazines and newspapers are one that I don't know if too many people think about. So if you think about it these days, most things are digital. We've got a very digital presence online. If those print newspapers that are actually physically printed out every day, every month, every week, they know what they're doing. If people are still consuming their magazines in print format, they do know what they're doing. They have teams of research, marketing, just teams and teams of people behind them. I encourage you to go into a news agency, look in your area, look in your niche. It might be health and wellness, it might be crocheting, it might be cooking, it might be travel, it might be wine. Go into your niche, find the most popular magazine there. There's usually only one left. Find the most popular magazine there and see the headings on the front. Do something around those headings. Create a video around it. Create a YouTube around it, answering those, because we know that a lot of time has gone into what are we going to put on that front cover. And so a really, really good tip for you is to go in and just have a look and see what you can create there. So this is finding your content. What do people actually want? Now, this Answer the Public is a fantastic tool for you to use, but that's got AU. We don't want AU. Answerthepublic.com. It's recently been purchased by a fabulous, amazing person. But this person, Seth, but we used to be able to get two results every week, every day. We can only get one result every day now. So Answer the Public is a place that we go to, and if we put in our keywords, Australian skincare, okay, we change where we want it to be and we click search. Now, like I said, be very, very careful with what you put in here, because you only get one free search a day. You can pay for this, no problem at all, but just to let you know, you can only get one. So you put in your keyword in there, or key phrase, click search. I'm just scrolling down here so you see what I'm doing. 280 results come out for Australian skincare. This is what people are online right now searching for. This is what they're putting into Google and asking the questions right now. So you could go along to see how it's put into all the different areas. You could go along and you could say Australian skincare market. You could start talking about the Australian skincare market in your blog, in your video, in your content. Is Australian skincare good? You could do a comparison with a few other different places. Is cosmetics now Australian legit? Some of these things don't make any sense at all. But that's the general public for you. Best Australian skincare products. So do you see how you might not use every single one of these, but you will probably use quite a lot of these just so that you can get inspiration of what you are going to go with. Okay, so I might click on Best Australian Skincare, and then it actually gives you, it takes you to a list of them as well. It takes you to what when people are actually Googling it, it takes you to what they are going to be seeing. Okay, so this is a fantastic tool for you to use. Keep going down. Best Australian skincare for sensitive skin. Wouldn't that be great if mine came up? Should we test it? Because mine is for sensitive skin. Oh, I need to do more work. Need to do more work on my Googling. Oh, it has actually come in. Go, yay, it's there. Excellent. Okay, so what I tend to do is I tend to click this button and download that. And that can be my video content. That can be my blog content for weeks, for ages. Okay, and then you can come in the next day. If you don't actually find anything in here that you like, you can come in the next day and you can put in a different keyword and you can get many, 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 many more searches as well. Okay, so fabulous place to find out what people are actually wanting to know in your business. So thinking also about your social media strategy. So we know who you're talking to now. We know your goals, what you actually want to get out of it. We know we know what people are asking for. Think about your social media strategy. This isn't a sell. Social media is for people to be social. I don't want to be constantly sold to. So here's a little social media graphic that you may like to think about. Have a think about entertaining your people. Have a think about promoting your people. You need to be strategic about this. When I first started, I thought, I can't sell to anyone. And I was entertaining, I was educating the whole entire time, and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't selling anything, because I wasn't promoting myself. Okay, so we do need to have a little piece of all of these pies: entertaining, promoting, educating, and inspiring. So you might think about entertaining, depending on your voice, being a little bit jokes, memes, think about behind the scenes, maybe some bloopers, maybe some videos, quizzes, games, polls, and perhaps conversation. Think about promoting your products or your services. What benefits are your people going to get from them? The features, they may be interested in those. Show people using your products. You might think about getting influencers, micro, nano influencers. You might think about creating discount competition or perhaps some JV, joint venture collaborations. Then thinking about education. So your education strategy is actually very closely related to promoting, because all you're doing is talking about your product or your service, but you're being very, very helpful doing it. People don't feel like they're being sold to when you're just talking about how to use your product, how to store it, how to clean it, where to go when you're parking. In the summer, you might want to park under this tree in our car park, and this is where you walk in. So lots and lots of fabulous ways that you can educate people, but still talking about your business. And then inspiring them. Can you create some infographics? Perhaps there's a lead magnet that you can create. Give a shout out to other people that are helping you within the business, and then maybe they'll reciprocate that and they'll give a shout out back to you. Think about a guide, think about a live. So talking about your business, walking around, asking questions, people can ask you questions. And then again, thinking about those trending reports, articles, and blogs. So have a look at those trending ones that we talked about previously, and then think about how you can create something that's going to be amazing for your audience. And then once you've got all of that, think about a hook, content, and a call to action. So a hook can be a question. Actually, I think I've got it on the next one. A hook, this is your written form, and it can be in your video. A hook, it draws them in. It stops them thumb scrolling. It stops them and they say, oh, what's this all about? I want to read a little bit more about that. So think about the hook. Then think about the content, something that gives your followers something that they really can hold on to. It might be emotive, it might be funny, it might be inspiring. You might be educating them on something that they can go out when they're having a cup of tea with their friends. They can say, oh, I heard this today, and it makes them feel really knowledgeable and happy. And then thinking about having a call to action. Call to action doesn't necessarily always mean go to my website and buy or book a service. It can be comment on this page. It can be like this page. It can be share this post with your friend. It can be save this post for next time that you need this smoothie recipe. So it's just encouraging them to do something on the post. It's getting them to do something like share or go to your website or book. But it's very, very good for the algorithms for you to ask them to do something, so that the algorithms say to themselves, oh, that post must be interesting for other people because they're commenting or they're liking or they're sharing or they're saving, and it actually gets shown to more people when that engagement happens. So you're trying to get them to engage on your page through giving them a very clear call to action. Now, I've seen a few people do this, and doing this on competitions is okay, but doing this on everything else, I don't suggest doing it. So I've seen people on their normal posts saying, can you like, share, comment, tag friend? People get confused. Just give them one thing to do. They're busy, their brain has shut down, they're scrolling through social media, it's their downtime. Just give them one thing to do. Then how do you actually make your content? I do suggest just making video content on your phone. You don't need to have an amazing, expensive setup. Save that for your website. Your website needs to showcase you brilliantly. But if you're creating videos on your phone is always with you. Most of the time people have their phone with them. I just encourage you to use your phone and create videos on that. You can also repost and duet other people's videos, create them using Canva. You can create video content using Canva, still content using Canva, infographics, blogs, ebooks. There's so many things you can do. I even created an audio the other day because I had a radio interview. We couldn't upload the audio from the radio interview, so I actually created it. I attached it just to a graphic, and then we could download that and people could download it. So you can do quite a few things on Canva. You can actually buy content from places like Etsy or from another company. So if you go into etsy.com, I think it's .au, they've got an Australian store. If you go into those, you can type in social media templates, even in your industry, and you can just get thousands of them. And sometimes I do this. Firstly, I did it to test it so I could make sure that I could teach it to you and it's okay. But then I downloaded some, and they're quite useful if I'm just mind blank and can't think of anything to write. It sparks some inspiration, it sparks some content to create. So you can actually download images from Etsy to use for your social media. You can also get an influencer or a brand ambassador or your absolute bestie who loves your stuff to create some content for you. You can hire a content creator. You can also make sure that that content creator is very, very clear about your audience. You've given that very clear direction. Then just making sure that it's optimized for each platform. I wouldn't put my TikToks on LinkedIn. It's not appropriate. Some of the things that I put on Facebook, I'm not going to put a still picture on TikTok. So just make sure that it's properly, made for those different platforms. If you're making video, you can basically put it everywhere. Okay, then posting on social media. Post on the platform that your target market is on. Use that hook, good content, call to action. Tag your products on Facebook and Instagram, and hopefully TikTok and LinkedIn. TikTok soon. But tag your products. So tag that, that should say tag products on Facebook and Instagram. It doesn't. That's why I was getting confused. My apologies. That means you've already set up your Facebook commerce. Yeah, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn use appropriate hashtags, and you can do that on Pinterest as well. Use keywords to optimize your search engine optimization on Pinterest and on Google if you're doing if you're putting anything on Google. You can also use things like AI copy. So I use any word that creates copy for me. It actually creates my blogs, which is amazing. I use it as a skeleton description, a skeleton blog, and then I flesh it out. But it just gives me a starting point. So posting that on social media. Now, I try to batch my content, so I'm not having to create content every single day. So if I'm in the mood, if I've got something to say, if I've done my research, I've really got myself into what Jenny's talking about, my avatar, I will create quite a lot of content and it will sit on my phone so that when I am ready to post it, so I've got something to post every single day and I can post it. So create quite a lot of content and batch it so that I can either schedule it out onto Facebook and Instagram at the optimal times, or I can just click send in TikTok and it can go. You can schedule into Pinterest. I save my drafts into TikTok, so I can get them everywhere. Instagram Reels, save them to drafts. You could possibly use a third-party app like Hootsuite or Later for LinkedIn. I did read something last week, though, that LinkedIn was just starting to roll out scheduling. I haven't tried it yet, though. I also use something called repurpose.com. And so repurpose, I create one TikTok and then it automatically gets posted onto multiple platforms without me having to do anything about it at all, which saves me so much time. Let me know if you need the link for that. And then go back. What worked, what didn't? It's so strange with TikTok sometimes. Sometimes you create something and you think, yeah, that is just going to go absolutely nuts, and it doesn't. And then you create a really quick, off the cuff one, knowing your target market though in your mind, and it just goes nuts. That's when my viral ones have gone nuts. It's ones that I haven't. I did research them a little bit, but some of the ones that I created, I think, yeah, this is going to go amazing, sort of doesn't. So have a look at your analytics, have a look and see what has worked, have a look and see, sort of figure out why you think it has worked, why it's resonated with your people. Have a look at the comments. What are they talking about? Why do you think it has, really stuck with them and they've wanted to see it? Have a look at what's working with your competitors. Don't copy the exact thing that they are doing, but just to get some ideas, start to analyze what they're doing. Have a look at Pinterest, TikTok trends, follow the hashtags on Instagram, see what people are watching, and then look how much engagement's on the post. So look how many likes they're getting, look how many comments they're getting. You can buy likes, so just be a little bit mindful of that. Some people just might be buying likes. But have a look at the comments. Are they real comments or are they just comments with little emojis on them? I get lots of comments on mine saying, promote this here, promote that there. It's just bot. It's just robots. Have a look at if people are actually engaging on those posts. And then do some paid advertising on your popular posts so that they can convert into some more sales for you. So we've got to the end of our webinar. So I mentioned at the beginning that you are very, very welcome to jump into the Digital Solutions program. I'd love to have a chat with you. I'm just about to have a chat with two fabulous people today. I'm really keen to catch up with them and see how their business is evolving since we had our first meeting. But if you wanted to have a chat with me about digital marketing, social media, Canva, all of that kind of stuff that we've been talking about today, just make sure you pop me down as preferred advisor. So Victoria, Y-U-E-N, Victoria Ewan, and then we can have a chat. If there's something else that you want to speak to another expert about, have a look at the website and see who is going to be best for you. So this is all about you, all about your business. you choose a person that's going to help you move forwards. So you can go to businessstation.link/register. Okay, just going to stop sharing, come back in. Excellent, cool. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, let me know. If anyone's got any comments, let me know as well. And I might be able to nice and quickly answer some questions. Let's see who's here. Okay, so let me see, just scroll down. No, all good. Okay, so if nobody has any questions or any comments, we'll leave it there. Let me know if I can help. You might be able to email me, info@digitalhubforsmallbusiness.com.au. That's my digital marketing business. And jump in and come and have a chat. I run a Facebook group. You're welcome to jump in there and have a chat as well. Digital Hub for Small Business. I don't spend any time on the page. It's all about the groups. So you can jump in there too. Okay, so thank you very much for coming live, and thank you very much for watching the recording. I wish you the absolute best in your business. I know how tricky it can be. I live it every single day. And I do wish you the absolute best. And also, Merry Christmas. Thanks.